Well, this is it. My family's old farmhouse. Yeah, I told you to be a little run down. They aren't exactly the type to make repairs. Hey, listen. Before we go in, there's something I need to tell you. It's just, I know I've said before that my family is a little strange, and I want you to be prepared. You say that, but you really don't know what you're getting into. The situation is a bit complicated. I'll tell you, but first I need you to promise that you won't freak out. Thank you. Okay, um, have you ever heard the legend about babies born on Halloween? As the legend goes, anybody who's born on October 31st has a special power. They can see and hear the dead. Speaking from personal experience, that's true. Every last word of it. And, well, my family are all ghosts. No, this isn't a prank. I wouldn't drive hundreds of miles out to the middle of nowhere for a stupid prank. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but will you please trust me? I can prove it to you. Yes, I can. When we go into that house, they'll all be there. Well, no, you won't be able to see them. At least, not yet. But they all own hats, and I told each of them to wear one so you can know where everybody is. I know it sounds weird that a family of ghosts would adopt a living child, but that's what happened. My bio parents left me out in the countryside as a baby. I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it might have something to do with me being considered bad luck. These ghosts were the ones who took me in. They're the reason I'm even alive today. I know that you think this is funny, but can you please try to take it seriously? Thank you. Let's go on inside. Why are you looking at me like that? I know you think I've gone insane, but can you at least try to make it not so obvious? Hi, everyone. I'm back, and I brought my partner with me this time. They are so excited to meet you all. If you would all be so kind as to put on your hats. Whoa, 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 baby, calm down. No, those hats aren't flying, I told you. It's just my family. Yes, Mom, I missed you too. Could you give us a second? I think they're in a little bit of shock right now. See, baby, you can wave your hand above and below the hat, but there are no wires. What you're seeing is real. Now, just try and calm down. They aren't going to hurt you. You don't need to apologize. I understand why you were skeptical, but now you know the truth, so we can move past this. Come here, let me take you to the couch. William, put your hat on. I know you think this is funny, but it's not the time. Dad, you can't just say things like that. No, I'm not going to answer. That is very personal. You are so lucky they can't hear you right now. Oh, it's not important what he said. You know, with them all being dead, they're bound to have some rather old-fashioned thinking. Yes, I already told you, I can see and hear my family. You'll be able to do the same thing eventually, but they all need time to, well, haunt you. I know how that sounds, but I promise they're all totally harmless. Since the initial shock seems to have worn off a bit, let me introduce you all. The woman in the floral sun hat here is my mom, Eleanor, and the gentleman in the tricorn is my father, Joseph. The two of them died in 1794 from yellow fever, only a few weeks after they were married. They're both very happy to meet you. The two boys in the boater hats are my brothers. The one with the red brim is John, and the white brim is William. They both died in 1856 from a bear attack after a hunting trip went south. They're also quite happy to meet you, but do know that their form of love is very immature at times. Oh shush, Mom always says the same thing and you don't give her a hard time. Anyways, that girl wearing the puffy bonnet is my sister, Clara. She got caught up in a farming accident in 1915. She's not very outspoken, but every time I mentioned you, she just kept talking about how she couldn't wait to see you in person. And lastly, although you can't see him, we have a dog, too. Trust me, we tried to make him wear a hat, a collar, or anything really, but he just wasn't having it. In order for a ghost to interact with the material plane, they need to put in a lot of effort, and Mossy is the laziest dog you will ever meet. Oh, he's just laying on the rug over there, being a sack of potatoes as usual. Everyone, I've told you about them before, but this is my partner. They're the most amazing person in the world, and I know you'll get along great. Oh, fuck off, John. This isn't the time for jokes. Sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to curse. Yes, Clara, they're fine. This is just their first time interacting with ghosts. It'll take some getting used to. No, Hey, everyone, one at a time, please. Remember, they can't hear you. I need to translate for everyone, so please take your turns. Sorry, sweetie, it can get a little bit chaotic here at times. Do you have any questions for my family? No, we're not blood related in any way. Well, John and William are, but we're all adopted all the same. Mom and Dad always wanted to have kids, but because of their untimely deaths, that wasn't exactly possible. So it kind of became a habit for them to take in any lost souls they found out here. Mom, I didn't say the habit was a bad thing. I love what you've done for our family, you know that. I love you too. Oh, no, baby, they aren't trapped in this house. They're more so tethered to it. Well, not the house specifically, but to the place they died, you see. Like, they can go wherever they want, but the further they are from that spot, the more they experience some strange side effects. It's kind of hard to explain when you haven't seen it, but their bodies become more wispy and their voices don't carry as far. They become less perceivable even to each other, not just to me or you. To avoid all of that stuff, they just stay here. I think Mossy is interested in you. He's sniffing your shoes. Oh, he just jumped up on your lap. I think he likes you. Oh, it's cute that you're trying to pet him, but he can't feel it. At least not from you or me. Well, everyone, do you have any questions for my darling here? Don't worry, Mom. We'll take care. I know, Clara. You've said that at least 5 times tonight. I promise you will be safe. Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. Yes, I love you too, Mossy. I'll see you all again soon. Oh, I'm telling you, as much as I love seeing them, they can be a bit overbearing sometimes. So, what did you think? I'm glad you had a good time, at least once you got over the whole ghost thing. I know some of their questions were a bit intense, but they just want the best for me. I'm glad you understand. Yeah, they all seemed to really like you, actually. I know you couldn't exactly read their faces, but it was smiles all around. What do you mean it makes sense now? What does? Why I never want to watch a ghost movie with you? You just found out that not only ghosts are real, but your partner was raised by some. And that's where your mind goes. You're a strange one sometimes, you know that? I also wanted to say thank you for not, you know, leaving. Well, you didn't believe me when I told you, and I knew that would happen. I mean, who would believe something that crazy? But I was worried that you would either leave me for lying to you or be too scared of my family to want anything to do with me. You really mean that? Thank you so much, baby. Mm, I love you. Mm. John, I see you peeking through the window. Yeah, that's right. You better run. I swear that boy is always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. Why don't we head back to the car and maybe get a hotel room for the night? There's a small town not too far from here, and from there we can continue this little session we just started. How about that? It's a date then. Let's go.